done today. It is just clean starts, clean stops.
You're so perfect.
Scientists have gathered outside to calibrate their instruments to this minutia that we've managed to tap into. It's astonishing, truly. I've never been more proud to be part of a musical ensemble.
Well-oiled machine.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know if our next guests are backstage. Jason, you wanna poke your head back there and be sure we have guests back there?
It's funny.
Oh, I hear the dulcet screams, the lilting hollers of our next guests. Ladies and gentlemen, they need no introduction because they are their own very forces of nature. Please, big Rosemont welcome to Briana, Buckmaster, and Kim Rhodes. Saturday special, that's just a sample of what you'll be doing.
I think you should explain that's a bit that
is a bit.
you do.
That is a bit. Every once in a while, I get irritated with Jason's skill level, and I like to come on stage and show him what's up. To just come and really fuck with him a little bit. Now it's just now it's a duet. Now it's become a duet.
My favorite.
Great, mine too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Briana and Kim. See that? So you know, this is our joke. That's Rob Benedict because he's phoning it in.
Oh, who thought of that?
Believe it or not, Stephen Norton.
Really?
No one was more surprised than everybody.
Oh my God.
Nobody.
Okay, bye. Glad to have you back, Richard.
Good to be back.
I miss you, Richard. Hi. Hi. What?
10-year-olds.
Who's 10-year-olds?
Loads of them in there. Yeah.
There's 10-year-olds out here?
Yeah.
Stand up if you're a 10-year-old. Like literal. You sit back down. Yeah. Why are you saying they're fucking with us, aren't they? Here's the thing.
Take it right there, look.
Where?
There.
You're not 10.
It looks like a mini spate. It looks like Richard's
Are you 10? Okay, so here's my question. Where? Oh, there's another one over there. Oh, and there's one over there.
Any 11-year-olds?
Okay, so here's my question. Did you make those boys feel bad for using naughty words? Little bit? Little bit? Is that why they're telling us? Is that why they're telling us?
They were good.
Okay. We will not be good. We will not be. You will learn words today that you will use for the rest of your lives. Absolutely. So here's the thing. Here's what I want to explain. I don't wear F words. I like to be responsible for it, but there are some words that we are not encouraged to use because they are powerful and they are direct and they are big and sometimes they're mean, and those are all things that are not ladylike, which is why I like to say the word fuck. If I say this word and it makes you feel sad or angry or uncomfortable, you are welcome to tell me that because that is never my intention, okay? All right, I want you to have fun and I want you to have safe in here. Feel safe, have fun, show up, fuck yeah! Yeah! I remember when we were the only ones that swore on the circus. And now everybody's like, well, Kim and Briana are doing it. I guess we're okay to do it. So we are. We're just like the older sibling to everybody. Of all people, Adam Fergus is the one who's like, there's children in the audience. Oh! Adam's middle name is fuck. That sounded sexier than I meant it to. You guys know what I meant. Starting over here. Hi. Hello.
So you remember your very first podcast, and you talked about a lady who suggested the podcast. She was a teacher.
Yes.
Yes. So I made her come up here. I wanted you guys to.
We are saying, don't approach. We don't have masks on.
on. We're not supposed to do that. We get in trouble.
Air high five.
We're gonna love you. From far away.
I would hug. Kim is more careful than
We
I.
brought it back. You know we brought it back, right?
I wanted to say thank you to you guys for doing that. I told you I'm a teacher, and I teach over 200 kids a day, but 100 of them are young women, and I think you guys are awesome. You're rock stars. Thank you.
Thank you.
You. See? See what you guys give us? Spin-off, podcast. Those fucking suits, they didn't give a shit. But you guys are the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to the lady who forced her to come up here. I appreciate it. I like a little forced friendship. Hello.
Hi, my name is Grace. I'm spending my 22nd birthday here.
Woo!
Is today your birthday?
It's you. I can see you in the backlight. Hi.
And I was just wondering what advice you would give for somebody in their early 20s.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my God, like one of the ways I deal with the world right now is being like, it's okay, I'll be dead soon. Oh my God. End of middle age. Oh, just hang on until retirement.
Is it your birthday today?
It's not. My birthday is June 23rd. So
Okay, the end of the month. It's Kim's birthday on Tuesday. Did you know that? Kim and I, our favorite thing is to send each other zodiac TikToks. And she sent me one today about Geminiing, because it's Gemini season. And I was like, oh my God, that's Kim.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do today? What are you wearing? I'm hungry. I'm tired. I hate you. I love you.
I want to go for a ride in a submarine. I don't like anybody.
Anyway, yes. Lots of birthdays this weekend. Happy birthday.
22-year-old advice to a 22-year-old. I wish that I'd probably heard it, I just didn't believe it, that this is my current happy advice. Be outrageous, be rebellious, trust your heart, and know that it is the ultimate act of anarchy to allow yourself your own joy. Fucking get it.
I'm trying to think back to like literally what I was doing and where I was living when I was 22. I think I was just graduating theater school, and I think I was 22. So I had been working in theater for a little while, but because I finished school I think when I was 20, and then I'd been working for a couple years. Now what 2 years when you're 22 feels like a decade. So I had this feeling that I really needed to have it all figured out. Like I really needed to know where I was going. I needed to have been successful by then. And my biggest advice would be you don't need to have anything figured out. Ever.
Ever.
Never. No. You need to be of service to yourself first, to others second, and you need to, as Kim said, continuously prioritize finding your joy. That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe, feed yourself once in a while, but that's it.
Happy birthday, Grace.
Be easy on yourself.
Hi.
Hi. Misha's Friday schedule will be moved back by 30 minutes. Please stay in theater for Misha photo op announcements. Is that clear as mud?
Got it?
Misha's Friday schedule will be moved back 3 minutes.
Moved back by 30 minutes.
Sounds like his flight was delayed. I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
I just found a hair in the back of my pants.
You know what it is? If that's the huge group that usually gets up and leaves in the middle of our panel.
And then
You're
we
all
shame them.
stuck
We
here
shame
now.
them.
Stuck with
You're
us.
safe now.
You can't get up and be like, we've got a Misha thing, and we can be like, no, you fucking don't.
You fucking sit down.
Sit down. You sit down. You stay there. Stay there. Stay there. I scared the dog. I'm sorry.
Oh. I told you we liked forced friendship. We like it. You all think that you're here voluntarily. You're not. Hello.
Hi, I'm sorry.
Sorry about that.
Hi. I was wondering how it felt, and if you even agree, that you guys have become this like very powerful kind of feminine icon for a lot of us.
Okay, I love that. Let's dissect that. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. What do do you think, and I'm going to put you on the spot because you were foolish enough to ask this question.
Oh boy.
No, I love that. And the easy, quick answer to that is it feels amazing and mildly scary and confusing. But what in us makes you feel like we are feminist icons?
So, for me, obviously I can't speak to what anybody else thinks, but for me it's being, like you guys have mentioned, unapologetically you. Like, you are the most real people I feel like that I've come across in a long time. You speak your mind and you don't care what anybody else has to say about it.
That's not true.
You sure seem like it.
That's okay. That's okay. Keep going. Keep going.
I mean, you get shit done, and you don't let being a woman really impact any of that. When we know that a lot of times the cards are stacked against us in a lot of different ways.
Okay, that is all amazing, and I can see how you would think that's true. But here's the thing that will bust that bubble a little bit, but also make you feel invincible in becoming what you think we are, which is we are only mirrors of you. So everything that you see in us, I have become because of you. This group makes me feel like I could do no wrong. This group makes me feel like I can say anything in jest. And you will think it's funny or, ridiculous or whatever. We are only reflections of the people we surround ourselves with. This is just a fact. So, knowing that, look how easy it can be for us to constantly surround ourselves with only people who show up in the best versions of our reflections. And so I think that throughout life, in speaking of like how to become kind of irreverent, maybe as you're speaking, it comes with practice, and it comes with reminding yourself that you don't want to necessarily surround yourself with people who seem like they're fun and good and a good reflection of you. You want to be with people who make you feel calm and like yourself and strong, because then it will just keep cycling that way. But I do think about what people think about me. I just choose whose opinion matters. That's really the key to it. And I feel like over the last year, honestly, with the patriarchal stuff, I feel like it has gotten to me in a way that it has never gotten to me as a woman before, and that might be because I'm educated in a way, or I've had experiences that I was kind of turning a blind eye to before, and now I'm just like, I'm not fucking dealing with that anymore. And so I can understand how once women put their foot down, or fist down, and say, I'm not dealing with this anymore, they can come across as heretics or divas or bitches or whatever it is. And I just reached a point where I don't care. It doesn't bother me what those people think about me. What bothers me is that I'm creating a world where my daughter will have to live with less of that, even if it's in a small way. So that's a very long answer for I am imperfect, and I'm continuously practicing being a stronger woman and feminist, and it never stops. You're constantly practicing that, and it's possible for literally anybody who wants to be that.
Thank you for modeling it.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, that was so long.
But completely comprehensive. I'm like, my answer was, you started it.
Exactly. That was my first part of my answer. Anyway, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi. My question is for Kim specifically. I was wondering what you would think that Zach and Cody's mother would think of Sam and Dean's actions.
Would think of Sam and Dean's options?
Actions.
Okay, well, for the 17 years I played Carrie Martin on The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, I can tell you that I was up to here with those kids' shit. Couldn't handle it anymore. By the last season, I was smoking 2 packs of cigarettes alone in my dressing room. Say, bring on the Maker's Mark! So if Carrie Martin had approached Sam and Dean,
What was the last part of it? What would she do?
What was she? Yeah, what was she?
well, I think that she would. Never mind. Oh, now you're committed. I'm gonna leave that one out. I think she would be interested in what I don't think that she would believe them. I think Carrie would be like, that's some bullshit. Fucking demons. And a demon would come and she'd be like, you're in a suit. I saw this on the Disney lot last week. Larry, get out of the suit. Get out of the suit. That's enough.
I think that's good. Yeah. Well, Carrie, I think Carrie sleeps on a fucking pull-out couch. She'd be like, you don't tell me there are more monsters I have to deal with. I have my hands full. And then she would send them off on their way to go deal with their stuff. And she'd be like, but come back here, and are we sure Esteban's not possessed? Look, when he put that turban on, he looked a little, yeah, no, okay, great, then go on your way. And then she would stand there like this as they watched. She would mom at them. She would say, I don't have time for any of this. I have my hands full. You go deal with saving the world. And that's how she would deal with their actions.
Hi.
Have you ever been to Sioux Falls, South Dakota? Because that's where Jody was the sheriff.
I have not.
I haven't, but my brother, who's from fucking Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, went there. Hey, Alberta! Went there for some work thing, and he went to the police department and got pictures taken. He sent them to me. I'll show them to you later. He was so. My brother's just so like.
Which
I'm
brother?
the guy, Jared. He was just like.
like
in front of it. I don't ever think he's seen an episode of Supernatural that I wasn't in, but he still was like, I'm gonna get a photo. It's very cute. That's about it. That's all I got. Thank you. Hello.
Hi guys. I want to know what your favorite color is.
Oh, God, love you. For those of you who don't know, on Saturdays, I usually don't have energy to answer questions, and I always request that somebody just asks me simple questions, such as, what's your favorite color? I would say 2. I would say, like, I do enjoy pink, and I do enjoy a red. No? Okay, all right.
Well, no, they're all concerned for me because, well, that's an easy question for you. It sends me into existential
I know
dread.
exactly. Kim's gonna go,
I
well,
don't.
where
I
am
can't.
when
I
I'm
can't. I
having
don't.
it?
No, are you talking to wear, to have on walls, to dress my daughter in? Is it a dog? Is it a flower? I don't know. What is color? Color is just the way that my brain processes things. I have sensory processing issues, and oh my God, why would you ask that to me? Because what I want to wear on my fingernails is not what I wear on my body. I just pick black, and it isn't that I like black the best. It's just that it all goes together, and then I don't have to think about anything besides silhouette. Because if you mix colors, it gets very confusing. Why did you do this to me? I thought you liked me. It's okay. That's all right. And that is why Briana and I make such a great team. I don't know is the answer. I really, really don't.
What's your favorite color?
Mine's pink, but like the sunset pink. Like when,
Oh, that's nice.
when
Like
it's
a-
like picture perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss that about California. Had the most incredible pink sunsets.
Yeah, it's
Really incredible. Yeah.
I do like that color.
See, there you
It's a
go.
pretty
We
color.
found it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
My question is, if your characters had interacted with Charlie on the show, how do you think that relationship would go?
Oh my God, gangbusters.
Yeah. Didn't Donna have a thing with? Oh no, she disappeared. I was like, I know we were in an episode together, but we didn't meet because we had photos taken. We took pictures together on set, but that was when we were like 2 ships in the night. And we were just like, let's get a photo. I was like, did I act with you? That's how my brain is. I don't know, I don't remember. Yeah, I think like Charlie is incredibly smart, and I think Donna loves smart women, which is why she was so immediately attracted to being friends with Jody. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Charlie as a character, so I don't know.
I think it would be really cool because Jody is like kind of uber mom, and Charlie is one of those characters that seems like she would need momming for about 5 minutes, and I think Jody would be like, oh, here's another child I've got to go, oh, you are a badass.
Right.
Let's go, and that would be it. I think Jody is, one of the things I really like about Jody is that she is not attached to her first impressions of people. She is very like, oh, well, I was wrong, great. And then moves forward with who she is. And I think I do think that would happen with Charlie. I think Jody would have the wrong first impression, but be very quick to follow it up with, hell yeah, we're gonna go kill some shit, yes, teach me your ways.
And I think Donna being a new hunter and Charlie having been a hunter for a long time would be like, oh, hi, what you got? Oh, I'm new. Okay. Yeah, so I think it would all be great.
Thanks. Thank you. I love the hypothetical. What do you think if I'm watching the series. I'm binging it. I'm on to season 4, and it's so funny where I'm like, oh yeah, because I quit watching it once I was on it, and I wasn't religious about it the first time through, and now I fangirled over Richard Speight this morning.
Oh, I'm sure he hated that.
It took him a couple, he was like he did that thing that he does where his head, where it's like a Cocker Spaniel hearing a very strange noise, where he just goes.
What did you say? What did you say?
Oh, I just was telling him how fucking good he was. And he was like, well, thank you. I mean, he was gracious about it, but it was just a strange thing to have somebody that you've known for 10 years all of a sudden be like, you're so fucking brilliant. And I mean, I'm a lot.
He'd be like, what do you want?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it was. He shifted the conversation very quickly. But I was like, I have to tell you how good you are. It's like, I know, like it was news.
Yes. I was gonna say, I suspect Rich is so unattached to his skills as an actor.
Well, and also
behind the scenes stuff.
10 years ago. Yeah. All right.
Hi.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Sarah. Thank you guys for being here. I had a quick question. So being that you guys have made it through your teens and your 20s, do you have any advice for young women who don't necessarily think that they're measuring up and that they don't really know how to go about their lives at that point?
Oh, God.
Measuring up to who? To the rest of the world, do you think?
Say that one more time.
Measuring up to who?
To themselves, their own high standards.
Their standards, yes. Well, here's the thing about expectations. Sometimes what I like to do is I like to have high, lofty dreams. I'm also a very foolish woman, and have been for most of my life, because that serves me. I like it when I go, I'm gonna do this, and people go, it's not done like that. And I go, let's see what happens. I do that all the time. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it obviously does not. But when you have expectations of yourself at such a young age, I encourage you to, we had this conversation a few questions ago, of just going, I have time. The only person you have to impress is yourself, really. And once you exercise, once you build a muscle of resourcing yourself and not outsourcing your worth, you'll be invincible. So the practice really is not to be somebody or to get something. It is to be yourself and to be within yourself comfortably. And that's the practice. Everything else is extra. As long as you can be comfortable with yourself while accomplishing nothing. That's the trick. Because Because we all think that we will be somebody if we are successful, or we are prettier, or we are in the relationship we want. That's all bullshit. All you're doing is you're creating a story that lives in somebody else's house. And that house can always go away. But if you create a fairy tale within your own house, you will forever be the hero. Does that make sense?
I think that was a brilliant answer, and yet you're still gonna have to fucking hear from me on this one. I spent much of my life not measuring up. And the pandemic gave me a long time to hang out with myself, and so I learned a lot about the way I speak to myself. Now here's the thing. I have never been inspired to change from someone else blaming me and shaming me. I've been inspired to feel safe. Like, you're making me feel bad for this thing, so I'm gonna stop doing the thing. But it isn't because I see the wisdom of your point. It's because you're scaring me and I don't feel safe. So I'm going to change so that I can feel safe. I talk to myself the same way. I shame myself and I blame myself. I tell myself I'm not good enough because I'm trying to inspire change. But I don't change, I just feel unsafe. And so when I stop and I speak to myself with love, and I say, hey, little self, what you're feeling right now is just not safe. You deserve to feel safe. That's my job. I got you. Who you are right now is perfect. Who you are right now is worth love, and I will love you. This is where we're gonna start. Now, any change that I'm moving forward has to come out of that voice. Do I change myself and learn because I'm wrong and stupid? That's what I used to do. However, now, do I learn and change myself because I want to be more me? That's what I do now. So, shifting and sifting, is it love or is it fear? And I don't even shame myself for when I'm afraid, because that's the best I can do. Because I'm scared all the fucking time! It's okay! Fear is just a feeling. It's an indication, right? And so I start by, here's where I am right now. I love this. Where would I like to be? Because anytime I respond to the world's views of me, it's just because I'm scared. That's all it is. And if I address the fear and love the fear, then those voices stop having power over me. So that is my suggestion.
You're gonna be fine. Just keep practicing.
Thank you.
Hi.
Firstly, Briana, I love your top.
Thank you so much.
Secondly, I have a question kind of similar to the one you just answered. How do you deal with outside rejection or things not going the way you planned?
I look at what I've attached to it. Because what I do this thing where I start with the feeling I want somewhere. I'm not even conscious, all right? I just know I do this. I start with the feeling I want, and then I decide how I'm going to get that feeling. I want to feel creatively expressed and financially secure and emotionally safe and rewarded and connected to people I love. And then I've decided the way I can do that is being a series regular on a television show. See where I'm going with this? Then when I'm not a series regular on a television show, all of a sudden, I don't feel emotionally safe. I don't feel connected. I don't feel financially. I don't feel. When those aren't the only way I can feel those things. So I pull it back to what is the actual need. The need for me is always the experience. It isn't the thing. The thing is just what I've attached to. So if I can fucking unwrap my little lasso and reel it back in and say, what I want is the feeling. And I just open myself to allow that feeling to show up in whatever fucking circumstances it's gonna show up. Chances are I feel a lot happier and a lot more successful in my life.
That. Yeah, I think that everything she said and everything we said earlier, I think what Kim touched on was about attaching happiness to something, which I call outsourcing happiness or validation. The key is to not do that. is to be okay no matter what. And I think during the pandemic, that was my exercise, because I was an overfunctioner and an overperformer, and I spent years, as you know, doing an album, and touring music, and doing a podcast, and doing a spin-off, and touring with the shows, and being a mom, and I was exhausted, and I didn't know it until everything stopped, and I suddenly went, who am I if I'm not achieving something? And that's a dangerous place to put yourself. The key, I think, in the practice is always to be exactly who you want to be while achieving nothing. Because we shouldn't have to achieve things to be a substantial person to ourselves, right? So the practice is, be good. To practice loving yourself without having to do anything for that love, okay? You're welcome. Hi.
Hi there. I was curious what your favorite go-to song is right now.
Oh gosh.
Right now. I don't know. Let's find out. Yes, I have realized that one of my special interests is music, but it's very specific 80s. Oh, I just went down a horrible rabbit hole recently. Those of you who know. Those of you who have special interest in hyperfocus know that yes, I spent over an hour following 80s dance song to 80s dance song, but I think I'm gonna go with, not the Ministry stuff. I rediscovered the song, well, you won't know that one, so it means nothing to you, never mind. You don't know them. There we go. I Eat Cannibals by Total Coolio. I know, there's 5 of you laughing, and that's
a
the
real
reference
niche answer.
That's the reference I thought you'd get. So, yeah, I like 80s weird new wave stuff.
I like so much music. I will pull a Kim Rhodes in this moment of just going like, what, am I relaxing at home? Am I waking up in the morning? Am I having dinner? Am I having girlfriends over? Am I pre-gaming? Am I at a restaurant? So I have playlists that are literally for different times. I have a morning playlist. I have a nighttime playlist. I have a eating dinner. I have a making dinner playlist. And so it's all different kinds of music. But the first thing that came to mind was the song You Don't Know My Name by Labyrinth. We all know this song? It's on TikTok, you know it. But I know Labyrinth from Euphoria, if anybody's seen the Euphoria show. It's a very intense show, but it's pretty incredible. Zendaya's amazing. They're featured on that soundtrack heavily. And it's very, very cool music. I love kind of synth house kind of music. Not like club music, but stuff that's clearly been made by producers. As some of you know, Valentina is a DJ, and so she's really into that kind of music too, so she's introduced me to a lot of musicians that are DJs. And so I really like kind of that sound of like mixing music right now, because I feel like we listen to a lot of it in our family, so.
I will say that if you're ever curious about the kind of music we listen to, come into a photo op, because Chris Schmelke
That's a good point.
tailors our playlists for us. So
There's a lot of Peaches and Bishop Briggs.
Yeah, Peaches and Bishop Briggs and us. I will get a lot of Depeche Mode and Oingo Boingo.
Tokyo.
Yeah. And you get some Missy Elliott.
Yeah, I got Missy Elliott in there.
Yeah.
I don't remember who else. But yeah, everything you hear at our photo ops is like music that's been
picked for us.
Curated for us.
Well curated
Yes.
for us. There you go. Just hang outside the room if you don't want to have to come in for a photo.
No, you have to pay for a photo op. Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
I wanted to know, in your opinion, where is the best?
Chris Schmelke, photography Q&A, will also be pushed back 30 minutes.
Great, so everybody can think about which actor he should make playlists for. You can ask him about his playlist. Just be like,
very good.
What's somebody that you would put on, or who's somebody that you think Kim should listen to that she doesn't listen to?
Can we just take a moment of appreciation for
Let's
fucking
have some
Chris
Schmelke.
We were talking about him in the, so we will get to, I promise, in the PJ party last night, because we have been to some conventions recently that are non-schmelky conventions, and we look like different people in the photos, and not in a good way. I will speak for myself. I'm always like, do I actually look like that? And they're like, no, you look like how Schmelky sees you. But he's so talented, and he is so, his disposition at these conventions, when he works harder than anybody, all day long. And he's in there, he's like, he knows some of you so well. He creates fucking playlists for us. And he's always just the most pleasant person at the party. Anyway, God loves Schmelky.
We love
He's
for
so
Schmelky!
good. Yes, my love.
It's okay, anything for Chris.
True that.
I wanted to know, in your opinion, where is the best place to get a tattoo? On yourself, like if you
I'm
that makes more
like,
sense.
well, my tattoo artist just moved to Atlanta.
My tattoo artist will do anything you want, but he's pretty booked up. But Kim and I have very different, ideologies about tattoos. I like to get just like random teeny tiny tattoos all the time, and Kim plans hers out with her artist and her daughter, and has these incredible works of art.
Check with my spiritual advisor.
Yeah. And our artists cater to those needs as well. Like my artist is impeccable with his line work, because I like really teeny tiny tattoos. And he's less interested in collaborating. He's not against it, but his interest is in recreating something you bring in, where yours, I think, is...
Oh yeah, mine actually point blank said I won't, or at least I have two artists, Kirk Alley, who ironically owns the studio where Mark Shepard just got his arm done. So Kirk was like, tell Kim I said hi. I'm like, oh my God, Kirk. So he's the one who did my belt piece, and my arm piece was done, but both of them are like, we won't do an image that you bring in. We only will collaborate and create something that's ours. But in terms of the spots on your body, my feeling is less about visibility. I want you to think about how a tattoo will heal. Do you have any tattoos at all? Okay, so the things that you need to keep in mind, first of all, is pain level. Now, I suggest that you pinch the skin very hard, because sometimes there's spots that don't hurt at all, and then right next to it will be a spot that's like, holy fuck, why did that happen? That tends to equate, like everybody right now, everybody who's up for a little pain.
Open your arm
Always.
and pinch the skin really hard right inside your arm, or up here, right here. It's not comfortable.
See,
That doesn't feel good.
I feel like the initial, when I get like a one-line tattoo, like my mountain tattoo here, it doesn't hurt at all to me. I do have a high
Line
pain
work
threshold,
doesn't hurt as
but
badly as color
The
work.
shading.
Yeah.
If you get something with shading, where they essentially create a wound and then go in with fire and lasers, it is not comfortable. So I have a large one here that is a big one that I would not do something like that again, because I'm also like impatient. It took so long, and I was like, fuck this.
So pinch the skin, then also skin that wrinkles, that bends, is not going to heal as easily as skin that is even and smooth. Also, don't get your first tattoo on something where clothes rub all the time, because what happens will scab and the scab will pull off. So make it easy for yourself. Look at my suggestion about a portion of your body is look up what you will need to do to take care of the tattoo afterwards, and make sure that it's a part of your body that, like, I wouldn't do down here if I were working at the barn, because I'm gonna get stuff in there that'll get infected. So can you keep it covered if you need to? There's a lot of technical shit. And I know what you wanted was a beautiful artistic expression
I wasn't thinking about
of
any
your
of that
soul.
at all.
And I don't think any of that shit matters, because you can have the most exquisite tattoo in the world, and if it doesn't heal, then you just have chewing gum.
Yeah. Or it doesn't, like, I like to get hand tattoos, but like I got a finger tattoo here, and it just came right off. Like, it's hard for hand tattoos to last, and I just got this one, and he was like, hand tattoos don't last, and I was like, I don't care, because I'm like that. I don't give a shit. But I also love little tattoos, because to me they look like adornments, right? They look like body adornments, and that's what I like about tattoos. They look like kind of like jewelry, right? So I like going, how would this look if I was wearing a dress? How would this look if I was wearing a t-shirt or jeans or whatever? Most of this doesn't really matter, but for me, tattoos are adornments. They're like makeup, and so I like to kind of decorate my body with them, if you will.
Yeah. Have fun.
Hope that helps. Enjoy.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so since you guys have done work and shows and movies and stuff with brothers, would you guys do more movies and shows with brothers?
No. Never again.
I'm going to tell you a secret about being an actor who's not particularly famous. I go wherever they fucking hire me. I always love it when people are like, you should get on Walking Dead. And I'm like,
So great. That's a great idea.
oh my God, yes! Tell them.
I remember, what episode was I was shooting the episode with Bunny Plush, I think it was called. And we're in the scene, it was me, Jared and Jensen, we were interviewing a woman at a house or something. And I remember we were in the doorway and I was like looking at my sides and we're blocking. So we're just in rehearsal looking at our sides. I had my sides in my hand and Jensen just went, "Rah!" And just like my sides went everywhere. And I just like pushed him and they like laughed and they high-fived each other. And I was like, because I have twin brothers. And I was like, this is some fucking bullshit. The karma that I have. And I have to deal with you two fuckers. But yeah, Kim's right. It's like if somebody was like, I have a great job for you, but there's brothers involved. I'm not gonna put it in my contract. But it does seem that way for you, I recognize.
I know.
Yeah.
It's worked out for me so far. But I'll go anywhere they want me.
Yeah. Give me the money.
Yes.
Give me the money.
Give me the job.
Hi, I was wondering if you could choose any character from the show to meet Jody or Donna who didn't get to meet Jody or Donna, who would you choose?
I thought you said to
Oh, to meet? Oh, it's funny because this just came up on TikTok the other day for me. I'm rewatching, again, as I mentioned, I would love to see what the fuck would go down if Jody and Bella Talbot were in a room together. Right? Oh!
I don't know enough about that character to know
Oh,
what's happening.
she was the, oh my God, and yet, yes. So yeah, they would hate each other. It would be so good. Yeah, but I think Bella would also, Bella could fuck up Jody pretty well too. Like, she would get in Jody's head and just be like, whoa, yeah.
I always said that I think it would be funny if Donna and Cass met. Because Donna would be like, oh, hi, I've heard so much about you. Hi, you want some soup? And Cass would just be like, I do not understand. It's human. It would be just two people who are pleasantly clueless about different things. I think it would be, but this is the thing. I remember Jensen telling me this early on when we were shooting. All I want to do is be funny. That's all I want to do. I like doing serious scenes. I love doing that. It's a beautiful challenge for me as an actor. I can't, if it's not a serious scene, I will do everything in my power to make it funny. And I remember when we were shooting Hippie 911, there's a part where we get, I mean, this is the whole thing, but we won't get into that. It's a part where I get out, and Jensen and I we're all joking around so much that night. So we get out, and then we have this little thing, and then we go to the barn. And it's like we get out, he hands me a machete, and then he goes, something,
Aim for if you're gonna
aim for the
swing
head.
hard. Yeah,
swing hard, aim for the head and swing hard, and I go, got it. And then we both go to the barn, and I was like, what if I went, and I said this to him, and he laughed so hard, and he went, it's not that kind of show. As I was like, what if he went, aim for the head, swing hard, and I went, got it. I'm just like marched the wrong way. Anyway, point being is like, I don't, I always try to make it funny, and it's not a funny show. But that's what my character was for, so, you know. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
My question is if you could gender bend any of the supernatural characters that are male to female, which one would you do and why?
Lucifer.
Trickster. Those are great answers. Yay, us.
I would like to see Lucifer. Sorry, hold on. No, I'm going through all the things that I can't say. Like, there's a big Rolodex, apparently. I was like, no, it's okay, it's good, because this isn't, like, sometimes it's not the place for political and grand oration soapboxes, and this is one of them. But I do think that the bodies we live in inform our perspectives. And I think it would be interesting to see what a female body, how that would inform the essence of evil.
And how she would be taken. Would she, if Lucifer was a woman, would she could be considered powerful?
Yeah. If it wasn't the king of hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you weren't the fault, like.
Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Great question.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sit down. Hello.
Hi, I am a middle school teacher and I will be a high school teacher. So I was wondering, what are some words of encouragement you have for all the teachers out there?
God bless you, my friend. I can't speak on the education system in the United States. I live in Canada and it's a little bit different, but I will say universally, teachers are intensely underpaid, under-respected, and the fact that people continue to go to school to be teachers, despite everything that's going on in the world, and knowing that really teachers, I have to assume, are at this point purely going to school for the actual act of teaching. They're not going to school to make money. They're not going to school to be, famous. They're going to school because they enjoy creating our future. And there's no way in hell that we as a society respect that even half enough. So, honestly, I don't know what I can tell you. I don't know what I could give you, because you're doing all of the work. You really are. And all I can say is thank you so much. Thank you for everything you do, and I'm forever grateful. Kim has some notes, though.
My parents were both school teachers. And I know that when you go into the profession, you give those children your lives. You should not be asked to give your life for your job. I don't have a solution, but you fucking deserve one. Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, hey. My question's for Kim, rather, should I say Linda Barnes.
Oh, good. Okay, great. Now there, I can make that
Linda
transition.
Barnes?
I can make that transition.
Who's this? Who's this?
As Criminal Minds.
Oh, I heard about you.
No, she's awful.
My question is, why do you hate Emily Prentice so much?
Oh my God, I don't hate anyone. They're just all wrong. It's very, very fun. Like, that was truly what I had to. But I mean, they were such lovely human beings on that show. For those of you who don't know, I played basically the Dolores Umbridge of the BAU. And I really, to play a character that despicable I couldn't do it from a place of hate, because then they become an unrealistic character. Then you're like, you're not really a threat to the BAU. And they asked me, they were like, no, the harder you push, the harder we get to push back. You set the bar. And so I just really had to approach it from, none of it was personal. She didn't hate anyone. There was absolutely nothing personal. They were just all wrong. That was it. Which authentically, I think, in retrospect, makes it a scarier kind of bad guy than somebody who's just like, I'm just mad that you're all so happy and like each other, I'm here to destroy you. It's like, oh, no, if you weren't in my way, I wouldn't have to kill you. Yeah, that's kind of who she was. It's okay. She got a house dropped on her at the end of the thing. She had to go to her room. No, she got spanked ultimately. Not as hard as she deserved though. But yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Fucking Linda.
Oh, Linda. That was awful.
Hi, my name's Amy. It's my first con. I'm here from Superior, Wisconsin. I am a breast cancer survivor, and one thing I learned is to take that time each day to do something to feel beautiful. So what do you guys do each day to feel beautiful?
I do a lot of things. I think this is a great question. I wasn't puzzled by your question. I was trying to think of like what is like a quick and easy answer. Now, I just had this conversation in my meet and greet. I just spent a few days in Chicago because Kim and I had a convention in Atlanta, Peachtree. And then instead of going all the way back up to Canada, I just came over to Chicago and I was staying by myself. Now, I think it is so important, and I think we as women are often taught societally, familially, to be of service to others. And even if you are not actively taught that, it's just part of our upbringing. It's part of our DNA. It's just part of being a woman throughout the decades and centuries, right? It takes a conscious effort to put yourself first as a woman. It really do. Even if you're like, no, I'm gonna put makeup on first, like in your head, you're also going, are the lunches made? Is the laundry out of the dryer? All these dumb things. That's, I'll speak for myself. But when I was in Chicago, I didn't have to worry about anybody. And the things that it did to my system, where I can truly resource myself, where I can do, my schedule is my own. I know Valentina, my daughter, is taken care of. And that I could have a glass of champagne, I could put on a face mask, all these silly things, but I could also just go for a walk and go to the museum. This all sounds silly and fun and cute, but it does something to your system to fill up your cup first. And so I don't have one thing that I do, but I am big into doing lots of things as often as you can. Whether it costs money or doesn't. Anything where you're consciously going, I'm going to enjoy my coffee out by the lilacs today. Like anything where you're going, this is a decision I am making for myself and myself only. This is self-care, and it really does ground you and change you. And I encourage everybody to do something. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be big. It just has to be conscious that you are doing only for you. Anything.
I would say that something I do to make me feel beautiful every day is I push a little harder against what I think I need to be in order to qualify as beautiful. So I am now like going out without my fucking eyebrows. Not just no makeup, I go out without my eyebrows. Like, yeah, I don't care. I don't wash my hair. I don't match my clothes. I wear clogs to conventions.
She almost killed herself in the bathroom earlier.
These are cute clogs.
Oh,
Tomorrow I'm gonna wear my fucking ugly clogs.
Oh, your actual clogs.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking the word beauty back, and I'm allowing it to come from my heart instead of reinforcing the fact that it has to be something that I put on out here. So that's what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations.
I heard the boys back there,
Good
so
for
we gotta talk fast. Go, quick. Yeah.
You guys are probably my two favorite characters on the show, for one. And two, what was your guys' either favorite line or favorite scene from the show?
From the entire show?
Yeah.
Well, it'd have to be one of mine. So, I don't know.
I'm taking notes as I'm watching it
Oh.
this time because I'm prepared
Okay,
for
go.
this.
Kim has all the good answers.
I have so far I'm up to so far my favorite lines on there is you know when this is over we should really have angry sex. I enjoy that. Poor tiny man, poor giant tiny. It's not food anymore, Dean. It's Darwinism. Listen here, chisel chest, we were here first. I was sleeping with my peepers open. And my new favorite line from Supernatural is, I have an evil twin. That was Andy. Fucking killed me. I texted him too. I was like, you got to say the line, I have an evil twin? He was like, yeah, it was a high point in my life. Yeah. It's a little known but common secret among actors that we all really wish we could say really cliche things but mean it. So yeah, an evil twin.
I get
yeah,
it, I get it.
Yeah,
That's
you
good.
got to say that he had an evil twin. Hi!
Thank
we do one more
you
question?
very much.
Do we have time for more? Thank you. Do we have time for this? Lightning round.
round.
Way to go.
Hello.
You guys both played two very strong characters when you perform on TV. Are your characters so strong because that's who you are? Or do you gain strength from having to play strong characters?
Oh,
Yes?
good question. I think, yeah. I think both. I mean, I would say that those characters were written, and so the first episode I was in, I kind of worked myself into.
They just send you out here as a sacrificial lamb. They just sent Norton out here and they're like, let's see if they make fun of him. No, it's okay. Steven, here, hold on. Let's make sure we can see.
Open up the circle.
Would you say you play a strong drummer? Because drumming is innately a strong thing, or because your inherent strength? No, Steven's
We're not.
part of the trio now.
We're not. Listen, it's his dream.
I would say
It's his
yes.
dream.
I'm just gonna say yes to all those.
Yeah. I think they feed on each other. I think that there are inherent qualities that we bring to the character, but it's also, I know for me, Jody asked me to rise to a level of confidence and strength that helped me discover that in myself.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, these two young ladies not only are phenomenal actors, but they're phenomenal singers, and they will be on this stage tomorrow night with Loud and Swain as part of Saturday Night Special. Do not miss it. You are in for a treat. They're stunningly talented people. Ladies and gentlemen, Briana Buckmaster and Kim Rhodes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kim Rhodes. Happy birthday to you. Kim Rhodes. Happy birthday.
Do you remember the last time you brought out a birthday cake and I didn't know who it was for?
You start singing, looking around and singing.
I saw a video of that recently because I was in a very emotional answer, and so they lit the candles backstage, and and by the time they came out, they were all just puddles of wax, and you were like, and I'm like, the fuck is going on?
Oh my God, I remember that.
What jerk had a birthday today? Oh, it's me.
Listen, bad timing. We're having
They were
feel.
down there.
It's Kim Rhodes' birthday, everybody. In a couple of days, this is our opportunity to celebrate Kim Rhodes. Birthday girl!
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bad girl. What you gonna do is you're gonna eat a lot of cake that she made for you. Birthday girl. That's not really, that's fun. Bad girl, not a good girl. Not a good girl. Not the girl. Bad girl. What you gonna do? That's 7 rock, 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 It's been just a wonderful day of panels and just airtight music from the stage. I'm just so proud of what we've done. And Rob will get here tomorrow and screw it up with his accurate singing and his knowing what's going on.
Billy's got something to say.
Oh, Billy, and later with Billy Moran, everybody.
We killed it, guys. We did.
We did kill it. We killed it. And not only did we kill it, but we've destroyed the feet of the very man playing electric guitar. Billy Bloody Horses Moran over there, still standing in Bootgate. Mike is still winning with virtually no injuries to his feet. Boot Mike and Bloody Arches will be back tomorrow for more shoe-centric mayhem. But for now, it's autograph time. Go do your autographs. Do your photographs. Tonight, on this very stage, there's a karaoke party. You need to be here for that and celebrate the madness that is Supernatural Karaoke. Everybody, you are Friday people. You carry that with you. Please, own it. Know it. And I'm not saying lord it over the Saturday people, but lord it over the Saturday people. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you later. See you at autographs.